Hi everybody, this is the Whispering Voice, and this is going to be a softly spoken video. So how do you fancy some cooking in the woods? It's a lovely evening, and I'm going to head out into the woods, so let's go. Okay then, we've arrived at the woods, and I'm just going to put the stove together and I'll tell you what we're going to be cooking. So I hope you're hungry. So what I'm going to be cooking today is strips of beef, onions, chilli, chorizo sausage. Now, chorizo sausage, for those that don't know, is a Spanish spicy pork sausage really, and if you like spicy things you'll like that. I like, as you may be able to tell with the chili and the chorizo, it's going to be quite hot. So firstly I need to get some oil in the pan and start cooking the beef. I'm cooking the beef. I've cut it into strips at home, and I've also diced onion and chilli, and I've got some cold potatoes which I've sliced. They're potatoes I had left from previous meals. What I tend to do is I cook meals with too much like potatoes. I cook more than I need really, so then I can use them in things like this. And the chorizo sausage, that comes in one long sausage, but I've sliced that, and I'll also be adding these wild garlic ramsons. So I'll rip them up later on towards the end and place them in as well. Listen to this. The woodpecker. Absolutely fantastic. As you sit here, the beef's cooking, and you get to hear things like this. Absolutely fantastic. Britain's got talent. The woods has got talent. Absolutely amazing. Okay then, the beef is now done. It's time to add the chorizo sausage. What it looks like. Stir that in. All the chorizo sausages, it's pork sausage with paprika, there may be a hint of garlic in there. So the beef's cooked. We'll cook the chorizo for a bit now. Now the chorizo sausage will give you a bit of a reddish liquid sort of gravy. That's normal, and that'll add a bit of colour. But I think I'll add the onions and chilli first before the potatoes. And I can do that now. Now I like it quite hot, so there's a good bit of chilli in there and the onion. So just let that heat through now. Now the only thing I haven't made in this meal is a sauce I have in here. You can see that. And this is a spicy tomato and basil sauce, and I'll add that just at the end. I wish you could smell this. Absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to add the potatoes now. it's not a meal you can do in a rush, really. But it's something if you're camping out, or if you intend on spending a few hours in the woods. As I film this now, it's 8 in the evening and the sun is setting. Okay, I'm going to add the wild garlic now. And all I'll do with this is rip it. Already I can smell the garlic. Absolutely fantastic. That's nature's garlic. The only thing I will suggest, if you do pick Ransons in the woods, don't pick it anywhere near a footpath, as people walk dogs on the footpath, and you know what dogs are like. Right, I'm going to add the sauce now. And as I said, this is tomato, spicy tomato and basil. That's the only bit I haven't made myself. Okay, this is a handheld shot, so I'm sorry if it's shaky. Now, if you remember, Christmas time, I came to feed nuts for the squirrels, and it was on that log down there. And where I fed the badgers was just, if I can see, just over there. In fact, if you were to hang about here, really, you would, in silence of course, and downwind from them, you would probably be able to see them, or hear them. You can hear the pheasants and the sheep. There's one over there. There's one. Where's he there? So, just to recap with this is strips of beef. You can add which meat you prefer. You can do the same with lamb or chicken, and if you're a vegetarian, you may like to try corn instead of the meat. I certainly know they do corn sausage. And then cook the beef until that's cooked. And then we add the chorizo sausage, which is sliced. Then we add the onions and chilli, cook them for a bit. Then we add the potatoes. They're already cooked because they're from a previous meal. And then we just add the, well, this time I've added wild garlic I picked on the way in, and then it's the spicy tomato and basil sauce. Simmer and enjoy in nature's beautiful surroundings. Now I hope this looks appetizing to you. I wish you were here to share it. The smells are absolutely wonderful coming off it. Now unfortunately you won't find this recipe in any book, I shouldn't think, because it's something I've made up myself, a little concoction of different foods, very much to my personal taste really, when I'm outside here. So if I get a plate, would you care to try some? But as I say, you can alter this really to whatever you like. You can add different vegetables, anything is possible. But this is just my my favourite, or one of my favourites. I'll sit here, and because I'm on my own, I will eat that out of the pan. But of course, if you were with me, I would put some on 2 plates, and then we'd eat it that way. But it's not far off now, being able to enjoy it. Well, I'm pleased to say this is ready, so give it a try. Oh, absolutely beautiful. There's the beef and the onion and some sauce. Oh, I so wish you were here. Beautiful. Now this is quite hot because of the chilli, but I like that. That's the chorizo sausage. That's quite spicy as well. You can see this is an old pan. Beautiful. I have a guest. I must point out, this here is where the sauce has spilt over. It's not dirty, because I'm very fussy with cleanliness. But, the beef is done to perfection. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's not a whisper video, but I thought I was coming out today into the woods, and of course when I'm coming into the woods I prep the food beforehand in little containers and just spend hours and hours here, sitting, listening to the birds, watching the animals go by, woodpeckers, as you've heard in this brief video really. And then enjoy a beautiful meal at the end, and then I'll walk slowly home. So thanks for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it, found it interesting or relaxing, and I'll put a list of all the ingredients at the end of this video. So thanks for watching again, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.